Hi y'all, I'm Brenda with Blessings and Bread. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a very easy chocolate pound cake. And this is a little bit different than me because this is really not made from scratch. Maybe we could call it partly scratch, but I'm gonna be starting with the cake mix. So come along with me today while I make this super easy chocolate pound cake. This chocolate pound cake recipe does begin with a Duncan Hines butter golden cake mix. And I don't know if any yellow cake mix will work, most likely I think. But this is the one that it calls for, so I shopped till I found that one. And we're gonna start with that. Now, I looked at the ingredients to see there's no butter in this cake mix. It's called a butter because the recipe on the back calls to add butter. But my recipe for this chocolate pound cake does not use butter. So we'll be using oil instead of butter. Now, this is yellow cake mix, and you're probably asking, how is that going to be a chocolate pound cake? And that's because I'm also going to use one small package of Jell-O chocolate instant pudding. And I'm just going to mix those together here in my bowl. Now today, one of the things, this is so easy, I don't have to get out my big mixer when I do this. I just use my hand mixer to make this. And really, I could probably stir it by hand if I really wanted to. But I'm just gonna, on a slow speed, mix together that pudding mix and that cake mix. I like this cake recipe, but I will say one of the advantages of baking from scratch is this has a lot of ingredients in the cake mix that I don't even know what they are. And so that's one advantage of baking from scratch. But this is easy, and I know that most people are not baking from scratch. So I wanted to share this recipe when I need to do something quick and easy. This is a recipe that I like to make if I don't have a lot of time. All right, next we're gonna add 3 eggs. I'm gonna make just like a well here in the middle because I'm gonna add the rest of my wet ingredients, which is 3 eggs. It's 3/4 cup of water and 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. And now I'm just gonna mix that together on slow speed for 30 seconds till it's combined well, or until it's combined well. And once it's coming together well, now I'm going to beat that for 2 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of these beaters because we're through with the mixer. These in the sink. Then I'm just gonna kind of scrape around the bowl a little bit and show you you can see it's a pretty thick batter. I think that pudding mix is what's brought that about, or made that to happen. But now we're going to add 8 ounces of sour cream. And I'm gonna fold that in instead of using the mixer for this part. So we're just gonna gently stir that in or fold it in. Don't wanna lose all that air. Maybe just mixed in. This is really a good cake to make, and you can really totally make this cake completely sugar-free. You can buy a sugar-free yellow cake mix, and then buy sugar-free chocolate pudding, and it makes, then this cake will be completely sugar-free. And it also, we're going to put some mini chocolate chips in it, but you can even find sugar-free chocolate chips. And I have made it before for diabetics that I knew would be eating it, so that it was sugar-free. All right, that's mixed in. So the last thing we're going to mix in is I'm using 12 ounces of mini semi-sweetened chocolate chips. So I have made it before with regular chocolate chips, but the minis really are the best. They make it better, and that's what it calls for. I make a mess, almost. I can be very messy in the kitchen. All right, I think those are all mixed in, and really you see how quick that was, and that's all there is to it. And now we're just gonna put it into the pan I've already prepared for it. Now it is like a pound cake recipe, so I'm gonna cook it in this Bundt pan. This is really a specialty Bundt pan. I think it's called Cathedral Windows. Tracy gave this to me one year for my birthday or Christmas or something, and I really love it. And I don't get to use it very often because I don't make lots of Bundt cakes. I had already prepared the pan with my homemade pan release. This is going to fill this pan up really big. It's not the largest pan, but I believe I've made it before and it will work in this pan. It's going to rise up pretty good, but it does work in this pan. All right, I'm going to put this over here, and then we're just going to put this in the oven, and it's going to bake at 350 degrees for 1 hour, and then we'll be back and take it out of the pan and then sprinkle it with some powdered sugar. So we'll be back when the cake is done. My cake is out of the oven and it's still warm. I was a little nervous at first. There were just a couple of spots that actually stuck, but I was able to put the pieces back in. They came out. And so now I'm going to take my powdered sugar and just dust it lightly with powdered sugar. This particular cake makes the design show up, I think, a little better with a little dusting of powdered sugar, and that's all it needs. This cake does not need a frosting at all, and it doesn't even need a lot of powdered sugar, but that just gives it that a really pretty look. And then I'm going to leave it here till it completely cools, and then take it off of the wire rack and put it onto my cake stand. So we'll be back when this cake is completely cool. Well, my cake is completely cooled, so I'm ready to cut it. And as I started to cut this, I thought that what I really should have done was went and bought some ice cream. Some vanilla ice cream would be so good with this. I could heat this in the microwave and then put vanilla ice cream and chocolate on it. This is a super delicious cake. I'll have to give you a close-up of that where you can see all the little chocolate chips in it, but it's super moist, it's super delicious, and even without ice cream, it's amazing. I also thought maybe chopped strawberries would be really good with it. I don't have strawberries, but I have blueberries, so could do blueberries with my chocolate cake. That is very, very delicious. Those chocolate chips give it a really dark chocolate flavor. It's so moist. I just wish you could actually taste it to see how moist it is. It's a really perfect cake. Now, I wonder, I only baked it 55 minutes. It said an hour, but I tested at the end of 55 minutes. I was smelling it, so I tested it, and my tester came out clean. So if I had cooked it 5 more minutes, I think it would still be okay. But this would be amazing with some vanilla ice cream. So I think before the week's over, before this cake is gone, I'm going to have to buy some vanilla ice cream. And this is just such an easy recipe. It's so simple. Anybody can do it. It's one of those semi-homemade cakes, you know, and I'm not going to tell you that this cake rates up there with a made from scratch chocolate pound cake. But when you need a recipe for a cake that's simple and easy to make, you really can't beat this recipe. It's super moist, super dark chocolate flavor, and it's so easy to make that anyone can do it. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe, and I hope that if you liked it, you'll give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and come along with me on this journey. It's almost been 1 year since I started my YouTube channel, and I've had a lot of fun doing these videos. And for now, I'm going to keep doing them. So keep coming back to watch my videos. And I will see you the next time I'm in my kitchen, on my porch, or in my garden.